Good afternoon, Sister Maria Luisa. May the Lord bless you. Sister Maria Luisa, I have a question in the Bible, if you will allow it. In Psalm 25, verse 14.
Psalm 25:14.
May I read?
Psalm 25:14. Yes, sister, go ahead and read.
The secret of the Lord is with those who fear him, and he will show them his covenant. So now I wanted to ask you this question. If you could please explain and tell us what the secret of the Lord is, and how can we reach that righteousness in order to fulfill these verses of the Bible?
Very well. The brothers and sisters, do you all have Psalm 25:14? Yes? Please read Psalm 25:14. All right. So, the secret or the fellowship, it's a part of that communication between God and man. So the secret or fellowship is to be there together, communicating with one another. God knows my life, he knows my secrets, and God speaks to me. So what do I know about God? I know he speaks to me, he makes me promises, he comforts me. He is always speaking to me. So it says the secret of the Lord, or the fellowship of the Lord, is with those who fear him. Now, those who fear him, it's not that they're afraid of God. They are those who love God. Those who obey the Lord. They believe in him. They trust in him. They long to do God's will. They prepare themselves for God. They are who fear the Lord. It says, and these people, God, will show them his covenant. God will show them. He will show this person. He will make known to them his promises, his covenant. Everything that God desires and longs for man, he makes known to them, shows this person. This is why we, and brothers and sisters, I tell you, fight. Let us fight to have this fellowship with God, this intimate fellowship with him. Because do you know what it is to have communication? Now, maybe we didn't understand this word fellowship or secret as it is here, because fellowship is a word that's maybe not used so much. It's a bit old, but today we have the word communication. Now, what do you understand by the word of communication? Do you communicate with your husband? Do you have communication with your husband or your wife? Whatever you want to call them? Your spouse? They tell you, oh, we have no money, we have to work, oh, the children in school, we have to do this and that. You're communicating, right? You do this, I do this. You go grocery shopping, I'll do the things here in the house. I'm going to go do the laundry and to wash clothes. I don't know what you want to call that. So that's communication. We have to pay the rent next week. How much money do you have? I have so much. How much do you have? So then we'll pay the rent next week. That's communication, right? And it says here that God, he has fellowship with those who love him. And so we tell the Lord, Lord, look at my situation. Lord, do you see that this week I didn't have work? There was no money to make. There's no money to buy food. What am I going to do, Lord? And as you have fellowship with him or you have communication with him, the Lord tells you, don't worry. I'm going to provide that money, or I'm going to provide you with food. But you're not going to go to bed hungry. And why does God do that with you? Because you love God, you fear him, because you adore the Lord, you want to do his will, because you are prepared and loving the Lord to do his will and please him. So this is why God is with you. He's near you and he hears your prayers. He hears all your pleas and petition. That is what God does. Psalms, they are so encouraging. When we read Psalms, they lift our heart and spirits because we learn here that God does have fellowship with human beings, that God is listening to beings. He hears the prayers of people, but those who only want to live in sin and hypocrisy with God, well, then God turns away from them. God is not with them. And this is why people live badly and difficult things happen to them in life. Let us evaluate ourselves. Let us examine ourselves so that we may say, I have fellowship with God. I have this communication with the Lord, and he's going to hear my prayers. And I tell him in prayer, Lord, if it is your will, I want this in my life. I want you to help me and to help me fulfill this desire, this longing I have. If it is your will, if this is what's best for me, Lord. If not, well, then I'll continue. I'll continue waiting, but trusting in you. I trust in you. That is what God wants. And that is the secret of the Lord, or the fellowship with the Lord. That's what God wants. He wants to have communication and fellowship with his church. And we long for this, right? And we long to have that fellowship with the Lord so that our life is better in every way.